name's Chris. I'm just going to show you some techniques about, or some stuff to do with the sequencing on the MpcLive. Someone hit me up, so yeah. So I've got I usually have all my drums on in one program, which is this kit here. If we go to the browser, you can see that's full of all those. And I'll build my drum loop first, and then on track 2, so all my drum samples, are in this drum program, and then I'll get my loop running, which is, so once I've got this drum track running, then I'll go through and find a sample from my library. I'll go track 2, that'll be clear, for example, new program, and I'll go to my browser, search for a sample, chop that up, and I'll actually create a second drum program, which is a sample program, which will look like this if I go into it. So there's the pads. If I'll just mute my drum group. So how I look at it is you pretty much just keep making drum programs for each track, or you have one drum program and you can, for example, have track 3, just to say I'm working from this drum program, my kit. I'll have that hi-hat, and then let's say the next track, but I'm still using sorry shit. But I'm still using the same drum program here, but I've gone to track 4 and I want to make that my snare. So there's a few different ways you can use these sequences. But let's just say you've got everything running nicely like this, and it's still in one sequence. That's how I like to work, is just keep it all in one, I reckon. Like, you can go intro, rah, 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 whatever, but for boom bap and hip hop, I just keep it one sequence. That can either be 8 bars, 16 bars, 4 bars. And then what I do to variate that is, once I've got this running happily, or however I like it, and that'll just run forever, you go into here, sequence, and I just copy that however many times you want, like double it, triple it, quadruple it. And then after that, so for example, we'll do that, double length, triple, whatever, so you've got 64 bars now, and your beat's now 64 bars. I usually hit this record button up here, which is like an automation enabler, and I'll just play the whole thing like that, and I'll flick between track mute, which you can mute the drums, sample, and that gives you your variation or whatever. Yeah, just a quick way to pad mute. And also you can go, if you're in your drum program here, so that's containing all the hi-hat and everything, then you go to pad mute. So you can just, take that rim out, take the snap, just the hi-hat. So pretty much just fuck around with this machine. It's not going to hurt you. But you can very quickly, once you've got your 4 bars or whatever, you can very quickly build like a full track. And once I've got that full sequence, say 64 bars or however long you wanted to make it, then I'll stop everything, go to song mode. Here's your sequence here. Instead of having your variations, I like to do everything live and just have a massive song track and do my mutes live, do everything live. That way you're out of the loop and being restricted for that, because you could have like echoes coming in and out, like halfway in here, or just to make it more interesting, instead of you're just like the lo-fi dudes and it's just like, there's the loop, there's the loop, there's the loop, and it's boring. So just experiment with that, I reckon, and can't really go wrong. Like, you can copy this whole sequence and make a variation, then go into your drum track, but I don't like doing that. I just keep it one sequence, keep it nice and easy, and then you copy that sequence length for however long you want your song to be. Do your pad mutes, do whatever you want, bring some more highs, lows, whatever you're making at the time. Same if your drums, take them out, put more in, or vice versa, and then stop everything. Go to here, go insert this, and just make sure it is the one you want, 64 bars. See, I could even do that 8 times if I wanted to, and then you export that and it's a WAV file now. And instead of, you know, saving a project every single time, like, because no one does, or I don't do that, I learned to make beats on this. So literally, if I don't record it live onto one pad and when I make a beat, I don't keep it. So it's just a quicker way of working, and then, yeah, sometimes you're not going to go back and EQ every project you've ever done. Like, just be more realistic and keep the work flowing. Like, who cares if it's a bit rough? It's like, at least you made it, it's out, then, you know, on to the next. And then you've got all these, you know, we go through and have a look at the end of the month and you're like, oh shit, got like 12 beats or however many you make. But yeah, that was something. So thanks for listening and stay tuned for more. Cheers.